Hello and welcome to BQ Prime. A very good morning to all the viewers. I am Hiral Dadia. Let's quickly look at what's happening in terms of where markets go right as we speak. 19,475 is where Nifty is trading at. No major moves coming in today's session. Lightly somber is what we are seeing, though we did hit a high of 19,507 in the first hour of trade. Bank Nifty is giving some bit of support with gains of around 3/10 of a percent coming in there. A lot of movers and shakers in trade today from the large cap space, and you also have a RIL which is trading at a 52-week high, just 60 rupees away from its life high levels it hit in April 2022. Joining us to discuss more in terms of movers and shakers, we have Sunny Agarwal, Head of Fundamental Equity Research at SBICAP Securities. Sunny, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on the show.
Sadi, always a pleasure. Let's start with the Reliance Industries. The stock has hit a 52-week high. You're talking about Reliance Retail as well as the financial arm demerger. These two are the ones which are actually really auguring well for the company. What's your view, and would you advise investors to buy at current levels as well?
Yeah, definitely. So both the triggers you have discussed. One is the demerger of the financial services business and the buyback of the retail share from minority shareholders. So definitely there is an expectation that going forward retail business, even that may get demerged and get listed separately. So there is a value unlocking trade which is coming up in the Reliance. So definitely one can add in the long-term portfolio with an price horizon of 3,100, 3,200 over the period of next 12 to 18 months.
Right. So that's with regards to Reliance Industries. Now, another segment which is seeing a blow on the back of the GST Council meet with the 28% GST that has come in is Nazara Technologies as well as Delta. In fact, major cuts coming in terms of Delta Corp. Nazara has come out and said that it's an impact of around, the segment contributes little over 5% to overall revenues. However, how are you looking at the future of these two counters, and what would your view be?
Yeah, definitely it's a big blow to the industry. Ultimately, it's a big blow to the consumer who are dealing with this skill game industry. So whether it is somebody who's going and playing in casino or somebody is playing online digital game. So definitely the payout will be more from the consumer end. And it's sentimentally negative in short term. But I'm sure that since this business model is evolving and the industry is at nascent stage, at the same time, this industry promotes tourism at international level. So there may be some tweak in the business model. There may be some again discussion with the government, wherein we may see some discussion between the company and the government. So definitely short term it's negative for the industry, but in long term I'm sure this all these companies will come out with a new business model which will accommodate this new tax regime and help them sustain the growth. But definitely FY24 is likely to be the year where we may see a setback in terms of earning growth. Going forward, let's see how what are the strategy from these companies to uh, tackle this increase in tax rate, and accordingly we will take a view. But as of now, I would recommend to avoid any bet on Delta Corp as of now. Nazara anyway, the contribution of this segment is very low, so one can gradually add in the portfolio. It's a play on the gaming industry. Again, there is one small part which deals with the digital education and so on.
Right, so that's with regards to Nazara as well as Delta Corp. Delta Corp is locked at lower circuit as well. Moving on, another one that's in focus is the LG equipment. If you see in terms of LG equipment, clearly the shares have hit a record, and this is after winning a 10-year supply order from Siemens. Apart from that, if you see in terms of FY26 revenue target, that has been increased as well overall on the basis of what came out from FY23 numbers. How are you looking at a LG equipment with the kind of performance that is already given right now?
Yeah, so entire capital goods space is looking very good. So yesterday, Elecon came out with a number, and the numbers were very robust. So we have seen across the board, whether it is a small company or large company, the order book is full, and there is a very strong visibility for next 2-3 years in terms of earning and sales for all these capital goods company. And definitely an order from Siemens for such a longer period, wherein 10 years is a supply time, and post that there is 35 years of annual maintenance contract. So that's a pretty long visibility in terms of the business. But however, I couldn't find any value of the contract. So if that would have been in place, it would have been much better to analyze the company and give the view on long-term growth visibility. But definitely, as a company, we like the business, LG Equipment, and other companies which look good in the similar in this segment is Praj. Again, it's the play on ethanol engineering story. So that's one of our top picks as far as the cat goods segment is concerned.
Right. Moving on, you have the IT space that is in focus. You have TCS that will be reporting numbers, HCL Tech that will be reporting numbers. And with regards to where Wipro goes, an interesting move coming in from there. Just ahead of numbers, you've said, you've seen them announce a deal win, which usually is never the case because of the silent period. How are you looking at all of these three counters, and what would you advise investors to do ahead of numbers?
Yeah, so definitely the street is baking in the seasonally weak quarter, which is the first quarter, which is usually weak for all the IT companies. And we all know that TCS and STL Tech may report uh, uh, Q on Q growth of revenue between 0.8 to 1% today evening. So let's see. I mean, all the negativities are already in the price. Any positive commentary in terms of the demand environment may lead to a short covering or upside in the stock. But amongst all the stock which we like is STL Tech. So even during the fourth quarter, STL Tech has outperformed its peers, and if it continue to deliver a better than street expected number, then we may see one round of re-rating in STL Tech, which is trading at a cheaper valuation as compared to the other peers.
Right, so re-rating that could be on the cards for HCL Tech. Moving on, Mascon Dog, a brilliant run since listing as well. In fact, the last 1 year has also been really good for the counter. How are you looking at it, taking into consideration the kind of order book it already has currently and the execution pipeline from here on?
Sorry, I missed the name of this company.
Mascon Dog.
Oh, mascot. Okay. Mascot of basically, yeah. So everyone is aware that with Honorable PM's visit to Paris, there is expected that there may be an order inflow of 90,000 crore rupees, and that is leading to a momentum in the stock price. But having said that, the stock has rallied significantly during the last 2-3 months from 700, 800 level to 1600 level. In case that order comes in and that provides a long-term growth visibility for the company, definitely that that can be a good add to the portfolio defense portfolio. So as of now, in the short term, I expect the stock to consolidate, and suppose there is an order win there. Once there are more details available on the order, then we can take a view on a slightly longer horizon.
Right. Happiest Minds is another one that is in focus on the back of the QIP. 972.16 is the floor price. What would you advise investors to do, and what's your view on a Happiest Minds?
Yeah, again, it's an IT company, a mid-size, small-size IT company. So we have seen a clear dichotomy between the tier one IT companies and mid-size IT company. Mid-size IT companies are outperforming their large cap peers in terms of earning growth. Again, we expect the Happiest Mind, which is into the new age technologies, new age businesses, posting a robust growth numbers over next 2 to 3 years. But valuations are expensive, but will continue to trade at expensive valuation due to the relatively faster growth. So investor can definitely add that stock in a portfolio for a long-term horizon. Again, the return expectation has to be tapered. One can't expect the stock to rise 50% or 100% in a year. 15 to 20% CAGR growth is a fair expectation from a stock like Happy.
Right. Moving on, very lastly, two counters that I want to talk to you about is Shah Metallics as well as Godavari Power. And this is on the back of the way pellet prices are panning out. It seems that analysts are of the view that they're bottoming out. In fact, the international prices are 26% lower than the 5 year average of almost around $164. How are you looking at both these names?
Yeah, so definitely, we also recently came out with a thematic report on metals, and we found that the valuations of all the metal companies have uh, are very close to its bottom. At the same time, going forward, what will drive the stock price is the individual expansion or earning growth story in each and every company. So Sham Metallic, there is a big expansion which is coming up in FY24. At the same time, pellet and billet prices will drive the stock price. And in Godavari Power, if somebody is tracking, that company has came out with a new product which consists of a higher grade of ferrous content in that and which commands a significantly high valuation realization in the market. So again, an individual stock specific story. We like both the companies, Shyam Metallic and Godavari, from a long term perspective. Valuations are favorable, risk reward is favorable at the current juncture. In case that global metal cycle, if we see any support from global metal prices, definitely both these stocks can deliver a healthy return over next 6 to 12 months.
Right. So that's with regards to where, the metal names are concerned. Thank you, Sunny, so much for joining us on the show and sharing those views on the names that we've discussed. But clearly, an interesting day of trade. A lot of stock-specific action is what we're seeing. Nazara and Delta Corp are the key stocks that we are focusing on. And Reliance Industries is going to be an interesting one with almost around 55 to 60 rupees away from its life high levels. That's all that we have on this session. Thanks for watching. And lots more lined up on the other side. Please stay tuned to BK Prime.
How do you make the most of the India opportunity as an investor? For that answer, all roads lead to BKC in Mumbai on the 13th of July. 3 big money managers describe the size of this opportunity. 2 of the largest mutual fund CIOs then tell you about the mega trends that they're investing in. Will the current capex cycle be similar to the one between 2003 and 2008? We get that answer from Sanjeev Sharma of ABB in a conversation with veteran investor Madhusudan Kela. And then we rounded off with 2 of the most prominent investing names talking about how to make the large bets and make it really big. All of this and more at the Trident Hotel in BKC on the 13th of July. Catch the action live on BQ Prime.